Thanks so much for... Skip. Condition's not too bad.
Order complete. Well... Order accepted. Thank you.
All while his wife is getting her back blown out by his personal trainer upstairs. And look, if you think I'm being harsh, just remember, this is all because Bert doesn't believe in CPAP machines. Not because they're uncomfortable, not because they don't work, because he doesn't believe in them. Like it's fucking astrology or some shit. This is a guy who gets multiple vitamin IVs per week. He's on a steady flow of TRT, drinks himself stupid every night and stuffs his face with donuts and burgers, but somehow he thinks that CPAP machines are the conspiracy. This all leads into the VR headset saga. Two middle-aged comedians at the absolute peak of their careers, sitting alone in a studio, waving each other like it's some kind of spiritual bonding exercise. Within seconds, Bert I will but Bert still doesn't understand how VR actually works. The way he talks about it.
No, I gotta go. This is just some like dirty shit. Like to do this is like some dirty shit, right? You have to imagine that first off, Bert Kreischer is willing to do that and get some sort of sexual arousal, sexual fantasy attention, for Bert. He's willing to do that in front of Tom, like have that experience in front of Tom, which is weird. And it's sorry, but what the fuck are you doing? Second, he is doing that in front of all of his employees. If you want any kind of fact, any kind of proof that HR departments do not work for you, they protect the company, this is one. He's doing this kind of shit in front of his employees. He is their boss, and this is the standard he's setting. He is being, like, do you see how all the Rotosphere has no boundaries on this, like, sex in the workplace shit, or just being aggressive? It's funny Joe Rogan is sexually aggressive. When what do you think guys are going to think that come hang out with you? When this is the standard you've set this whole time. But, like, he's doing this. And this isn't like, an episode of a TV show. This is a podcast which is supposed to represent them and who they are, like real conversations. And this is what Bert chooses to do.
Commencing route creation.
Your severe asthma says you can't, Tespire says you can. Tespire is an add-on treatment for people 12 and over that helps you prevent attacks and relieve asthma symptoms. Tespire is not a rescue medication. Serious allergic reactions may occur. Get help for swelling of your face, mouth, tongue, trouble breathing, rash, or eye allergy can happen. Don't stop asthma treatments without talking to your doctor. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection or your asthma worsens. Avoid live vaccines. Sore throat, joint, back pain may occur.
I don't know why Tom doesn't say anything either, because, like, this is crazy. This is just gross.
I think he's about to move into the headset. He genuinely believes what he's watching is real. This has massive, I think the strip is into me energy.
This is insane. This is crazy. This is the future. Why would you ever date a chick? Why would you ever go out to a bar? Why would you ever do anything when you can just bang Teds for real? I gotta try jerking off with it.
Well, not for real. It's virtual.
Maybe it feels real.
It feels real.
It feels
That's
real.
why you probably get looped in.
She's doing it now. Hang on, I'm gonna have her doggy stuff. Okay. Hey, just shut up. All right, so I'm gonna put her to sleep. Okay. Dude, I'm ready for a fucking robot chick.
Yeah, they're available, man. You can afford it. You should do it.
Dude, you can design it at $3,000. Should we make one? Should we make one and you can bring it? Let's make two.
Like, oh, okay.
Would it be creepy if we made them and we made them look like people we know?
Yeah, that'd be super
And
creepy.
you're like, let's go on and come over to my house. I want you to be my robot chick. She's like, wow.
This is a really good idea for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Shout out to Sarah T.
that is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Real. Was that your first time
That's
watching?
the first time I've held off all week. I've seen in it, but it's just like you're watching them. That interactive one is crazy.
You know, I thought this was something strictly reserved for Brendan Schaub. I've explained this before, but there's a point where you see so much Brendan Schaub stuff that's been happening year after year, dumbass thing after dumbass thing, that it gets to the point where it's hard to watch because you start to feel it. You start to, not like what they feel, like being in their body, but you can feel what it must feel like to be that stupid. Like, it just starts to be painful, and it makes your chest tighten up, you know, makes my breathing all erratic, and it's hard to watch. If there was any clearer sign of a guy just destroying his life than Bert Kreischer, you know, well, shit. There's probably a lot of Bert Kreischers out there. There's billions of people, shit. But anyways, this is a clear sign. Clear sign that Bert's doing something wrong. You got, look, I'm making this commentary because it's fun. It's fun to analyze these situations. I treat it like history, right? We are just establishing some history so that when the comedy people of the future look back, they can see what we went through, right? And that's how I approach it. But Bert, I feel like someone needs to. You can't reach. I was going to say someone needs to reach out to them, but you can't. You can't really tell them when they're this gone. They just have to come to some point or some situation to turn it around. But this is bad. This is starting to become painful to watch. Bert, and he just looks. See, here you go again. You see, he's got that spot going up, and see the spots here that I pointed out. The one here. He's starting to get that. He's going to get that leathery, like reddish skin with all the little spots and veins, like alcoholics do. I think reaching that sort of addiction and like seeing things on your body or your face that don't necessarily need to be there, I think that would be like really hard to look at. To be like, just, you're watching yourself destroy yourself. I mean, for me, that would be like, shit, whoops. Well, that was a little disturbing. Time to turn my life around. Everything in moderation, folks. Everything in moderation. If you do things in moderation, you can do a lot of things. Have some fun. And not end up tearing your world apart. It's pretty crazy.
I would like that I've always said this for a long time, but I'd like that for a podcast where you could put on the VR goggles and sit here and you feel like you're just sitting with us talking to us.
That'd be fun.
Oh,
Yeah, I like that. Geez, Bert, it's hard enough watching the podcast through my phone. The last thing I want to do is feel like I'm actually there in the room with you. The episodes of Two Bears with Bert get the lowest views, so his solution is to make a more immersive experience. Even his wife can't stand him anymore. Come on, buddy, get with the program. It's almost over. I mean, now he's even getting trolled by OF models. If you're out of the loop, and honestly, who could blame you, Bert came up with the idea in their first episode back from the summer break. to start his own OF page and manage a few models that he can control and tell them what to do. You know, 'cause comedian. But unfortunately, they don't seem to be taking him seriously.
Could be more. I'd be open to candidly sharing procedures I want, sharing stories from my past, etc., etc. I think I'd come in more like the Tom of OF, where I enjoy the craft experience as opposed to being driven by fame and attention like Bert.
Well done,
Okay.
Sam.
Well, past her.
The last of the cargo. Let's head to our destination and make the delivery.
She's attractive. Are you seeing?
No, I'm getting stuck on that last sentence.
Oh,
She mean things that I'm just stuck on fame and attention.
well, she's not. She's not great. I mean, it was playful. I don't think she meant it like super serious. Just a little. Okay. All right.
I just don't get Bert. Like, if you deal with this shit all the time, I've always said this, you either have to enjoy the hate and troll them back, just go at them with comments, the same energy, troll them back, make them keep trolling, help your algorithm rank, or you just can't care. I like to watch these like history videos of gaming and stuff, and they were talking about some guy, he was just getting so much hate, and they asked the guy about it or something in an interview, and he's like, why would I care what some random person in my comments says? And I mean, we've heard that before, but like, it really makes sense. You've got some random person you don't know. And sure, it might affect you, but you don't know what all the other people, and if you're standing up for yourself and being who you are, who cares what the other people think? There's either two roads. You don't care or trolling back. I think the don't care is the fun. Because the trolling's fun for a little bit, but then you're just like, yeah, whatever. Every once in a while, it's still kind of fun. But as a continuous thing, it comes and goes in waves. But I just don't understand. He's letting me eat him alive, right? He's had enough success, especially if you have all that success and you're not dependent on a job. This is just like a reoccurring theme that I just don't understand. Who cares? Half the people that say shit to you are losers anyways, and that's why they're saying shit. The other half are whatever other people. It's just like, who cares?
Is there another one we need to see?
Wait, let's see that.
Set up my OF page, please, Bert. You just targeted you.
Well, I think we gotta readdress our fans' relationship with us.
Please pimp me, Bert. It's just for you, bro.
It's gotta be great.
Pretty crazy.
Do you notice, and this is the fact that they see so many naked men on their podcasts and stuff like that, but do you notice that in the Rogan sphere, when everybody, there's these podcasts where they look at naked men, there's a lot with Joe Rogan, and they always have to comment on how good their dick looks. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They always have to do that. It's just like a standard thing for them. But why is that? Let me know in the comments.
There's that awkward moment when Bert realizes in real time that he's being trolled by his fans. And finally he says, we've got to readdress our fans' relationship with us. And that right there is the problem. Bert still thinks people look up to him. He doesn't realize the comments and DMs hyping him up aren't genuine support, they're being ironic. These people aren't laughing with him anymore, they're laughing at him. And now the models he wants to exploit for content are giving him the same treatment, mocking him to his face while he's too dumb and desperate to notice. This is the guy who calls a US comedy tour with 2 shows in Canada a world tour. I wish just once he'd do a full tour without hiring any of his buddies and just use local openers at every show. No tour bus, just straight up stand-up comedy with no frills. But at least Bert has a reputation for being a good father. That's one thing that no one can take away from him, right? Bert's always been there for his girls and put them first, even before himself and his illustrious comedy career.
I focus my energy on something, whatever it is. I can get better at stuff. I'll start off sucky, but keep working at it, and eventually get. Some people never learn that.
Well, it'd be nice if they could also focus on being a parent. Like, I feel like the women stay loud because they're like, I'm a mother, I'm Mama Bear. You know, so I'm like, it'd be nice if the dads would get off the lazy boy and be like, I'm going to help raise my kid.
Wanted to have a good life, and life just cracked them in the dick every time they made a move.
Yeah.
You know, they get their car repossessed. Oh, Jesus. Credit cards.
There's got to be something biological, though, that makes a man not... Like, you have the pride. Bert Kreischer, I just talked about it. Like, you guys have the pride in your children. Hardcore. Like, as soon as I met you, you showed me a photo of your daughter. You know what I mean? Like, but I do feel like there are a lot of men who are like, that's not my responsibility.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. Bert is first and foremost a family man. He's the type of guy who doesn't drink the night before his daughter's softball game so he can be up bright and early to drive her there and cheer her on. Bert's the type of guy who buys his wife and daughter's Christmas presents before even thinking about himself. He would never divulge personal information or intimate stories about his wife and kids in his comedy shows because he values their privacy and dignity above all else. When his daughter first got her period, he offered to throw her a period party just to make her feel a little bit better and make it all that little bit easier. So even though Bert's a drunken hack who's run out of material, his wife's banging his trainer while the cats watch, and he's one Porosos cocktail away from choking in his sleep, at least he's a good father. Just...
I would have to say, people that put their relationships and their kids up on the internet, y'all crazy. Y'all are crazy. There are psychos out there, like straight psychos. And I know as a celebrity, like, you're expected to share everything, but I don't think so. And who gives a fuck, right? If you're a celebrity and you don't want to share your relationship, why would you give a fuck? I think you need to stop that. And a lot of the times, the people that share their relationship and overshare, they ain't even got good relationships. They're trying to share that shit so they appear that way, you know? And case in point, for Bert Kreischer, I mean, he was, I don't know if you remember, but I made some videos earlier in the year. He was doing some crazy-ass articles about how his relationship with his wife is better than ever and all this. Dude, I don't give... Okay, here's... All right. If he's married and your wife... Okay, I'll say it. Your wife posts a photo of a hot trainer, or you're a dude and you post a photo with a really hot girl trainer, right? I don't give a fuck. If one of them do that, you just need to get out and run. That should never, I don't give two shits. Maybe in a class, you know how in jazzercise they used to take those big class photos and you'd see them all over Facebook? Not jazzercise, like, yeah, group photos. But if you're in a loving embrace with your trainer, like, why would you do that? That's like an automatic, and he just smiling like, I just smashed her to pieces. You know, I smashed her one more time after that too. And I'm probably going to smash her on the way out. Hey, you saw it. You see this rodent here. Right? You see this. I had such a terrible thing to say. Oh, but it was so good. I think this is probably one of the best things it's so perfect. But I'm trying not to get in trouble with YouTube these days. Just trying. But man. Ask him, he'll tell you.
I'm like, I was always like, I gotta get home and see my kids.
It's true. He's always like,
They're kind of can be there forever.
yeah.
His family's a higher priority for Tom. You know what I mean?
Is it though? I only shop for me. Like when I'm shopping, I only think about what I want. Like I go, what are we getting Bert today?
You never see something in the store, you're like, oh, that's Tom. Or that's
No.
oh.
I go, I wonder if they have that in the men's. My daughters are Leanne's children. They're not my children. They're Leanne's children. Like I show up, but like I'm just another one of her kids. I'm the equivalent to one of her dogs or a cat.
Kreischer, I just talked about it. Like you got
That's terrible. No wonder she's not attracted to him. Like, you know, a woman wants to be attracted to you, and it's so crazy. You know, the idea to just be a gajillionaire and buying everything you want. Like, why would you want to buy? I always think of the people that get fancy. Sure, nice things, have a nice, like, good house with some nice shower features, right? I get that. A nice, dependable car. But all this jewelry and, like, fashion and, like, fast car. Well, I think fast cars are cool. I just don't. I think it's a waste of money. I had one at some point, and the tire bill alone was shocking on one of those things, and it just needed constant maintenance. And that's when I decided, well, this buying car shit is bullshit. Let's get us a dependable car. It don't matter. And you see that, but the real joy of having money and being able to spend something, right? It's like giving to people, man. It's so cool to give to people. It's so, I mean, it's one of the best feelings when you can make someone's day with a gift, you know? And I just couldn't imagine going throughout my whole life just constantly thinking about me. Like, Bert is really just a genetic flaw in the human species. He just is. He's just completely selfish. Completely awful, just an absolute waste of human life. Like, I don't think on this planet we necessarily need a Bert Kreischer. And the crazy thing I keep thinking, popping through my head, is that this is Bert Kreischer, and he is just a train wreck. What are the people that are his fans? How do you see Bert Kreischer? And this is no longer subjective. Like, this guy is literally a walking rock. He is just literally a walking rock. Just built on survival to keep himself going. And here's the question I want to ask his fans. Like, are you okay? Do you need us to call somebody? Are you going to be all right for the next 24 hours? Those are the questions I'm asking Bert Kreischer's friend. Because you really, like, got to be slightly disturbed to be a fan of Bert Kreischer.
in your children. But I feel like there are a lot of men who are like, that's not my responsibility.
Most nice guys adore me, and people just walk all over me. It's such an intense fear of breaking rapport and being rejected that it's no secret that nice guys have it rough when it comes to dating. And
How do you want your kids to talk about you when you're older or long and gone, right? What words would they say right now? And what words would you want them to say? You know what I mean?
What do you think they would say?
No.
we appreciate you still.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they'd be like, he was fun as f***. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. I loved him. He was fun as f***. Yeah.
Why is that?
I have a joke that I've written that it happened